History of Architecture and Landscape, Islamic Landscape documentary. Content: History of Islamic Empire and Development of Islamic Landscape. Characteristics of Islamic garden includes types of garden, symbol and status symbolism, design concept and flora. Example of Islamic garden. History. The religion of Islam was founded by Prophet Muhammad in 610 BC. The Islamic Empire was located in Medina and Saudi Arabia. The caliphates founded by his earliest successors, called Rashidun, was succeeded by Umayyad, then later by Abbasid Caliphate. Timeline for Islamic landscape: Rashidun Caliphate, Umayyad Caliphate, Abbasid Caliphate, Caliphate of Cordoba, Ottoman Empire, Mughal Empire. The development of Islamic landscape. Islamic landscape during the period uses the concept bustan, munya, ruzafa and buhara. In Arabic words they refer to a large agriculture or leisure estates generally located on the periphery of towns. The Arabic words hadika, riyad, jannah, rada refers to the garden in its classical sense with different nuances. Agriculture, garden and courtyard. The characteristics of Islamic garden. Types of garden. Enclosed garden, a garden as an extension of the house. Open garden, a garden that has terraces from which one can gaze at the panoramic landscape. The principle and elements in the design of a Islamic paradise garden. Climate, soil, smell, color, tree, flower. Sound, spatial element, animals. Status and status symbolism. It enhances the humanly constructed environment, to ornament the landscape and to symbolize cultural and religious values and aspirations. Main features of the garden in paradise is water. Gardens represent paradise. The common theme of life and death are used in gardens. Design concept. The concept of union of heaven and earth were pivotal. It applies square and circle concept in design and provide a place for people to mingle. The common plant that can be found in the Islamic garden. Examples of Islamic garden: India, Spain, Persian, Arab and Malaysia. India. The design consists of massive portal as the main gateway to the garden known as the Gate to Paradise. The gardens were laid out in the quadratic plan. 2 marble canals studded with fountains. Garden lines with cypress tree cross in the center of the garden and dividing it into 4 equal squares. Spain. Water was channeled from the mountains and spilled into lakes. The garden were made of Roman marble. Islamic garden in Spain, the Alcazar Nuevo. A cross-shaped garden with marble pool. General life, a country house rather than a palace, the garden surrounded by myrtles and orange trees. Abencerrage's palace, the remains of a palace organized around a courtyard with pond in the middle. Persia, Iran. Designed individually and created intentionally as a space embedded in the aesthetic and spiritual context of its past and contemporary cultural, political and social environment. Examples of garden. A famous historic Persian garden in Shiraz, Iran. Chilso Town's garden. Shazday Garden. The garden is about 5.5 hectares, rectangular shape and has wall around it. Fin Garden. It covers 2.3 hectares with a main yard surrounded by ramparts with 4 circular towers. Pakistan. The Shalimar Garden are divided into 3 distinct terraces and was reserved for the emperor's harem while the area in blue was reserved for the emperor. The area in green is the lowest terrace and was occasionally open to the public. It covers 2.3 hectares with a main yard surrounded by rampart. Malaysia. National Mosque Garden. The design concept of garden in Malaysia is related to the history of the Muslim civilization. The end.